Welcome, folks. In 2026, the timeline for personal injury cases in the U.S. varies significantly. Simple cases, like minor car accidents, often resolve in 6-12 months. However, complex cases involving severe injuries or product liability can take 2-5 years, or even longer. This depends on factors like the complexity of the case, the jurisdiction, and court backlogs. Most cases settle before going to trial. A personal injury case follows a structured process with several key stages, each taking a specific amount of time. Several factors can speed up or slow down a personal injury case. The severity of the injury plays a significant role. Minor injuries like sprains might resolve in 6-12 months with straightforward medical records. However, more serious injuries, such as traumatic brain injuries or permanent disabilities, often lead to longer cases because they require extensive medical evaluations, multiple expert witnesses, and comprehensive documentation of long-term impacts. Insurance company involvement is another crucial factor. Most personal injury cases involve insurance claims, as insurers provide coverage for medical costs, lost wages, and damages. When insurers are cooperative and accept liability quickly, cases can settle faster. However, if insurers dispute the claim, investigate extensively, or offer low initial settlements, it can significantly prolong the process, sometimes leading to litigation. The willingness of both parties to negotiate is also essential. When plaintiffs and defendants, or their representatives, are open to discussion and compromise, settlements can be reached quickly, often within months. However, if one or both sides are unwilling to negotiate, perhaps due to strong disagreements over liability or damages, it forces the case into formal litigation, adding months or even years to the timeline, through discovery, motions, and trial preparation. Finally, contested cases with high damage claims, such as wrongful death suits, tend to take significantly longer. These cases often involve substantial financial stakes, complex causation issues, and multiple appeals. The need for extensive expert testimony, jury trials, and potential post-trial appeals can extend timelines to several years, as both sides vigorously contest liability and the amount of compensation. In summary, these factors, the severity of injuries, insurance involvement, negotiation willingness, and the nature of high-stakes claims, interact to determine how long a personal injury case takes, ranging from several months for straightforward matters to several years for complex, contested disputes. The COVID-19 pandemic caused significant court closures and backlogs, initially prolonging case durations. In 2026, many states are actively working to reduce these backlogs through virtual hearings and expedited settlement programs. For example, California used AI-assisted case management tools to reduce its backlog by 25% in 2025. These efforts aim to speed up the resolution of cases. Alternative dispute resolution methods, such as mediation and arbitration, are becoming increasingly popular as effective ways to resolve personal injury cases outside traditional court litigation. ADR encompasses various approaches, including mediation, arbitration, conciliation, and negotiation, each offering a neutral third party to facilitate resolution. Mediation is a collaborative process, where a neutral mediator helps disputing parties reach a voluntary agreement through facilitated discussions. Arbitration resembles a simplified court trial, where an arbitrator reviews evidence and makes a binding decision, often faster than full litigation. These methods can significantly shorten case timelines, with ADR resolving approximately 40% of cases faster than traditional litigation. The rise of ADR has been accelerated by court overloads and the need for quicker, more efficient resolutions in personal injury disputes. This trend is expected to continue, providing accessible alternatives that prioritize efficiency and mutual agreement over prolonged legal battles. Technology is playing a growing role in personal injury cases. AI tools are being used for evidence analysis, helping lawyers review large volumes of documents and identify key facts more efficiently. Virtual reality is used for simulations of accident scenes, helping attorneys and experts visualize complex events. This technology is reducing discovery times by as much as 30% in some pilot programs. Blockchain technology is emerging as a secure way to share documents, using encryption and immutable ledgers to prevent tampering and ensure authenticity of evidence. These technological advancements are expected to further streamline the legal process, making personal injury cases more efficient. To illustrate the variation in timelines, consider notable case examples. A California wildfire liability case from 2023 to 2025 took 30 months to resolve. This class action suit against utility companies involved complex causation evidence linking the companies to the wildfires. The case ultimately settled for $1.2 billion, highlighting how environmental factors can significantly extend timelines. Opioid crisis settlements have been ongoing since 2020, with cases like Oklahoma's $465 million settlement with Purdue Pharma taking 4 years. These settlements are delayed by bankruptcy proceedings and appeals, with similar cases averaging 3 to 5 years as of 2026. In contrast, a fatal autonomous vehicle crash in Arizona involving a Tesla in 2024 resolved in just 12 months through settlement. The clear liability and availability of tech evidence expedited this case compared to more complex ones. These examples demonstrate that simple, undisputed claims often resolve in as little as 6 months, while complex, high-stakes cases can take several years. Looking ahead, experts predict that average case durations will decrease due to AI and ADR. By 2030, simple cases could potentially be resolved in -8 months. However, challenges remain, particularly concerning equitable access to justice for low-income plaintiffs. Additionally, global trends suggest that increased remote work could lead to more interstate claims, potentially impacting federal oversight and standardized timelines.
Thank you for watching. Please make sure to subscribe, like, and share. We'll see you next time.